In Michael Bay's 2007 sci-fi action film Transformers, an ancient interstellar war between the Autobots, led by Optimus Prime, and the Decepticons, commanded by Megatron, spills over onto Earth as both factions desperately search for the Allspark, a mystical artifact capable of creating life and rebuilding their ruined homeworld of Cybertron. The key to finding the Allspark lies with awkwardly charming teenager Sam Witwicky, whose great-great-grandfather accidentally discovered a frozen Megatron in the Arctic in 1897 and had the coordinates to the artifact permanently etched into his spectacles. After Sam purchases a beat-up Chevrolet Camaro that soon reveals itself to be the Autobot scout Bumblebee, he and his classmate Michaela Baines are thrust into the dangerous center of the alien conflict. As more Autobots arrive on Earth to protect Sam and secure the glasses, the U.S. military and a covert government agency known as Sector 7, which has been hiding the frozen Megatron and the Allspark at the Hoover Dam for decades, scramble to understand and contain the extraterrestrial threat. When the Decepticons inevitably infiltrate the dam, they thaw out their ruthless leader, sparking a devastating high-stakes battle in the streets of Mission City, where the Autobots and human soldiers must team up to stop Megatron from using the Allspark to transform Earth's machines into a new army. In the chaotic climax, Sam makes a desperate, heroic move by shoving the Allspark directly into Megatron's chest, overloading the Decepticon leader's spark and destroying the artifact, which ultimately prompts the surviving Autobots to secretly remain on Earth as its silent protectors while sending a beacon out into the universe to call any remaining allies to their new home. Transformers: Revenge of the Fallen. 2 years after the events of the first film, Sam Witwicky attempts to live a normal life by heading off to college, but his plans are derailed when a sliver of the destroyed Allspark implants ancient Cybertronian symbols into his mind. These symbols act as a map to a vital energy source, drawing the attention of the Decepticons, who successfully steal another Allspark shard from a military base to resurrect their ruthless leader, Megatron. Megatron quickly reunites with his ancient master, the Fallen, a rogue prime who plans to activate a long-hidden solar harvesting machine inside the Great Pyramid of Giza to destroy Earth's sun and create Energon, a process that will inevitably wipe out all life on the planet. To achieve this, the Decepticons need the map in Sam's mind, and during a fierce forest battle to protect the teenager, Optimus Prime is tragically killed by Megatron. Desperate to revive the Autobot leader, Sam, his girlfriend Michaela, his new roommate, Leo, and former government agent Simmons seek out an ancient transformer named Jetfire, who teleports them to Egypt in search of the legendary Matrix of Leadership, the only artifact capable of restarting Optimus's spark. After a perilous journey and the onset of a massive desert battle involving the monstrous Decepticon Combiner Devastator, Sam is temporarily killed by a blast but meets the ancient primes in a vision. They deem him worthy of leadership, allowing the Matrix to reconstitute and resurrect him. Sam immediately uses the restored Matrix to bring Optimus back to life, and with the sacrificial donation of Jetfire's ancient armor and weaponry, a supercharged Optimus Prime takes to the skies, destroys the Sun Harvester, executes the Fallen, and sends a heavily damaged Megatron into retreat, once again saving humanity from utter annihilation. Transformers: Dark of the Moon. In Transformers: Dark of the Moon, it is revealed that the 1969 Apollo 11 moon landing was actually a highly classified mission to investigate a crashed Autobot spacecraft known as the Ark, which was captained by Sentinel Prime and carried a revolutionary teleportation technology called Pillars. In the present day, Optimus Prime learns of the Ark's existence, travels to the moon, and revives his former mentor, completely unaware that Sentinel had secretly defected and struck a deal with Megatron ages ago to enslave humanity and rebuild their ruined homeworld of Cybertron using Earth's resources. Meanwhile, Sam Witwicky, now struggling to find employment, living with his new girlfriend Carly, discovers a deadly Decepticon conspiracy to silence human collaborators connected to the original lunar missions. The situation turns catastrophic when Sentinel Prime reveals his betrayal, murders the Autobot weapons specialist Ironhide, and uses the Pillars to summon a massive hidden Decepticon army from the moon, rapidly conquering the city of Chicago to establish a space bridge that will transport Cybertron directly into Earth's atmosphere. Forced into a fake exile but secretly planning a counterattack, the Autobots team up with Sam, Nest forces, and former allies to launch a desperate, full-scale assault on the heavily occupied city. Amidst the explosive urban warfare, Carly masterfully manipulates a heavily damaged Megatron's ego, convincing him that Sentinel intends to usurp him as the ultimate ruler of their race, which prompts Megatron to turn on Sentinel just as the traitorous Prime is about to execute Optimus. Seizing the chaotic opportunity, Optimus kills Megatron and then executes Sentinel Prime for his treason, destroying the main control pillar to sever the space bridge, saving Earth once again, though leaving Cybertron seemingly destroyed and cementing Earth as the Autobots' permanent home. Transformers: Age of Extinction. Set 5 years after the devastating Battle of Chicago, public sentiment has completely turned against all Transformers, leading a ruthless Black Ops CIA unit called Cemetery Wind, led by the corrupt Harold Attinger, to secretly hunt down and exterminate the remaining Autobots with the help of a deadly Cybertronian bounty hunter named Lockdown. In rural Texas, struggling robotics inventor Cade Yeager purchases a heavily damaged, rusted semi-truck, hoping to scrap it for parts, only to discover it is a badly wounded Optimus Prime in hiding. When Cemetery Wind and Lockdown aggressively track Optimus to the Yeager farm, Cade, his teenage daughter Tessa, and her secret rally driver boyfriend Shane are forced to go on the run, joining forces with the surviving Autobots to expose a massive conspiracy involving Kinetic Solutions Incorporated, KSI, a tech corporation utilizing harvested Transformer metal called transformium to build their own obedient man-made drones. The group discovers that KSY's crown jewel, Galvatron, is actually possessed by the surviving consciousness of Megatron, who subsequently hacks into the company's drone army and goes rogue in a bid to steal a seed, a powerful explosive device Lockdown gave the humans that can cyberform organic matter into more transformium. Lockdown captures Optimus and Tessa, prompting a daring rescue by Cade and the Autobots, after which Optimus awakens and tames the legendary Dinobots to help turn the tide against Galvatron's overwhelming drone forces in a massive citywide battle. Ultimately, Optimus executes both Attinger and Lockdown to save Cade's life, and while Galvatron manages to retreat, Optimus departs Earth and flies off into deep space with the seed to directly confront his mysterious creators, leaving his fellow Autobots behind to protect his new human allies. Transformers: The Last Night. Earth is in a state of global conflict with Transformers, prompting the creation of a heavily armed military faction called the Transformers Reaction Force, TRF, to hunt them down, while Optimus Prime remains adrift in deep space. Optimus eventually crash lands on the shattered remains of Cybertron and is quickly brainwashed by a deceptive, manipulative sorceress named Quintessa, who renames him Nemesis Prime and tasks him with retrieving an ancient staff given to the wizard Merlin by Cybertronian knights centuries ago. Quintessa intends to use this staff to drain the life force of Earth, which is revealed to actually be the dormant form of the ancient enemy Unicron, to completely restore Cybertron. Meanwhile, on Earth, Cade Yeager is given a mysterious metallic talisman by a dying Transformer and is soon recruited by the eccentric British historian Sir Edmund Burton, who reveals the secret, millennia-spanning history of Transformers hiding on Earth. Burton teams Cade up with Vivian Wembley, an Oxford professor and the last living descendant of Merlin, making her the only human capable of wielding the ancient staff. As pieces of Cybertron begin descending into Earth's atmosphere, Cade, Vivian, and the Autobots locate a submerged alien ship to claim the artifact, only to be ambushed by the corrupted Optimus, who takes the staff but is finally snapped out of his brainwashed state upon hearing the true voice of his oldest friend Bumblebee. Megatron, secretly working for Quintessa, immediately swoops in to steal the staff, triggering a colossal, gravity-defying final battle high in the sky within Cybertron's ignition chamber, allowing Optimus to defeat Megatron and giving Vivian the window she needs to remove the staff, ultimately halting the destruction of Earth and leaving the two planets permanently connected in the sky as Optimus calls for humans and Transformers to rebuild their worlds together. Bumblebee. In Bumblebee, the Autobot resistance on Cybertron is on the verge of total defeat, prompting Optimus Prime to send a young scout named B-127 to Earth to establish a hidden base of operations for their survival. Arriving in California in 1987, B-127 is immediately ambushed by the covert military agency Sector 7, led by the rugged agent Jack Burns, and brutally attacked by the Decepticon seeker Blitzwing. Though he manages to destroy his attacker, B-127 violently loses his vocal processor and his memory, surviving just long enough to scan a rusted yellow Volkswagen Beetle before shutting down. He is later found in a local scrapyard by Charlie Watson, a rebellious and grieving teenager struggling to cope with the sudden death of her father, who brings the car home for her 18th birthday and is shocked to discover a terrified amnesiac robot hiding inside. Naming him Bumblebee, Charlie forms a deep emotional bond with the gentle giant, helping him rediscover his personality and confidence while dodging the suspicious eyes of her family and her awkward neighbor Memo. However, the deadly Decepticon trackers Shatter and Dropkick soon arrive on Earth, cleverly manipulating Sector 7 into granting them access to the military's global satellite network under the guise of being intergalactic peacekeepers hunting a dangerous criminal. They eventually locate and capture Bumblebee, triggering a holographic message that reveals Optimus Prime's impending arrival, and then prepare to use a nearby radio tower to summon a full-scale Decepticon invasion force. Teaming up with Memo and a newly sympathetic Agent Burns, Charlie mounts a daring rescue and helps Bumblebee sabotage the broadcast during a fierce acrobatic battle at a coastal shipyard, where Bumblebee successfully destroys both Dropkick and Shatter. Recognizing that her friend has a larger mission to protect the universe, Charlie tearfully bids farewell to Bumblebee, who scans a new Camaro form and drives off to reunite with Optimus Prime and the other newly arrived Autobots, serving as a hopeful new beginning for the franchise. Transformers: Rise of the Beasts. The story expands to include the Maximals, an advanced race of beast-mode Transformers led by Optimus Primal, who flee back in time to Earth after the planet-eating dark god Unicron and his ruthless herald, Scourge, destroy their homeworld in pursuit of the Transwarp Key, an ancient device capable of opening portals through space and time. In Brooklyn, struggling ex-military electronics expert Noah Diaz accidentally attempts to steal the Autobot Mirage while trying to secure money for his younger brother's medical care, just as astute museum researcher Elena Wallace inadvertently activates one half of the Transwarp Key hidden inside an ancient Falcon statue. The energy pulse alerts Optimus Prime, who desperately wants the key to return his stranded Autobots to Cybertron, but it also draws Scourge and his Terracons to Earth, leading to a brutal skirmish where the Autobots are completely overpowered. Realizing the other half of the key is protected in Peru, the Autobots team up with Noah and Elena, journeying to the Andes where they ally with the surviving Maximals to prevent Scourge from uniting the artifact. During a desperate jungle pursuit, the noble Maximal Arizor is corrupted by Scourge's dark energy and tragically killed, allowing the Terracons to secure the completed key and activate a massive portal to summon Unicron. In a climactic final battle, Noah dons a powerful cybernetic exosuit formed from a critically injured Mirage to fight alongside Optimus Prime, who successfully executes Scourge and makes the heavy sacrifice of destroying the Transwarp Key to collapse the portal, permanently trapping the Autobots on Earth but saving the planet from being consumed, ultimately leading to Noah being secretly recruited by the G.I. Joe organization.